What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, Money Moves with K. I am K, and today we're going to talk about online websites to find bank-owned properties that are in the Caribbean. But first, guys, we are very, very close to our goal of 100,000 subscribers. If you could, please check and see if you are subscribed. Go ahead and like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You can comment later after you feel that the information is valuable. However, go ahead and make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. You may be receiving my information, my channel, but you are not subscribed, so let's go ahead and get that done right now, all right? But until then and beyond, let's go ahead and get to work. So the very first website I want to bring to you guys is a website called Oriental. So this is a bank. So it's called Oriental Bank. It's FDIC insured, as you can see right here. So I'm going to actually show you guys exactly how to get to the bank-owned properties on this website. Some of these websites or some of these websites you may have to Google, and I'll show you that as well. But for this one, I do know how to get exactly to the spot where they're bank-owned property. So a little bit about Oriental Bank. It's located, or its headquarters is in San Juan, Puerto Rico. So if you go down here to For You, you can see the tab that says mortgages. And then from there, I want you to go over or scroll over and to repossessed property. So click that. And once you make it here, you'll see a list, or it says see listing. So click that button right there, and it'll take you exactly to the website or the listings for all of these properties. So here you have Salinas, and I'm not going to try to pronounce all these because I can't. I don't want to mess it up, right? So you have the price right here. What I like to do is do like lowest to greatest because I'm cheap. And if I am looking in these areas, I want to make sure that I get the best deal possible. Cheap doesn't always mean the best. I get it. I got it. However, that's just how I sift through everything. So you can see here in this area, I'm not going to try to pronounce it. This is $51,000. Let's check it out. So I'll click it and kind of see some of the pictures. So whether you think this is a good deal or not, you have to do some investigation, some research, some due diligence. And by the way, guys, on all of my websites, on all of my advice for websites, I always tell you to do your due diligence. You have to do your due diligence, okay? It's very, very important. Do your due diligence on the website and the actual properties, okay? So this is $51,000. It has some information. And you can change this to, I'll change it to English if I can. If not, no worries, but you can change it to English at the very top if I go back. But I just wanted to show you the properties. Let me go back so I can filter out between. Somehow it took me off of where I was. Let's see, price. There we go. So you have San Juan, you have different areas in Puerto Rico, and a lot of these websites I will discuss do have properties in the Virgin Islands as well, and other areas, Barbados, but this one kind of sticks to Puerto Rico for the most part, okay? So you can kind of go through this website. There are 2 pages. Again, a lot of these properties will not be deals. You may say that I would never live in that, potentially, right? A lot of you may be looking at this video and thinking, wow, I would love a vacation home somewhere else, right? Wherever you're located, you may want something else, somewhere else, maybe closer to the beach or a lower cost of living. That's a lot of folks right now. They're really trying to find the best possible deal wherever. So they're just looking really any and everywhere. So this is just one website. It's called Oriental Bank. Again, you go up. I kind of showed you how to get here. So keep that in mind when you're searching on this website. It's a really good website, and it's FDIC insured, okay? All right, the next website I want to take you to is First Bank, okay? So First Bank. So what you're going to do in Google, I want you to search, because it won't take you, I don't know how to get you directly here because there's no tab that says mortgage, kind of like the other one, and takes you exactly here from my research. So go to Google, and in Google, you're going to put First Bank, Puerto Rico, bank-owned homes, okay? And that will pull you here. So properties for sale. So you have a lot of properties, and once again, it's First Bank. Here, I like this website. And by the way, First Bank is based in Puerto Rico as well. Let me make sure. Yep, in Puerto Rico as well. And they have some contacts here that you can check out. Make sure you email these folks. You can call, ask a ton of questions. You don't want to just do this blindly. You want to make sure that these are good properties and that you are able to see them if you can. I know they may be far away from you, but doing your due diligence and being a good steward of your money means that you will probably need to see some of these properties in person as well. I would not suggest purchasing these properties blindly unless you, I guess, know what you're doing. But even then, I feel like I know what I'm doing with auctions and real estate. We're landlords, so we own properties as well. But purchasing blindly is very risky. So make sure you do your due diligence and go in person and see them. It's worth a flight. Flight tickets to Puerto Rico, depending on where you are, not that expensive, but that's subjective as well. So here, they have a lot of properties in the Virgin Islands as well, or a couple properties. They have some in Florida, I believe. I think I clicked it. I didn't see any in Florida, but they have it listed. So I'm only assuming that they would upload it very frequently. So make sure you check back. But they have it in Puerto Rico, the Virgin Islands, and Florida. So let's check Puerto Rico just because we've been on the same theme of Puerto Rico for right now. So here is Puerto Rico. This particular property has 6 bedrooms, 2 baths. That's a huge home. Of course, you have to look into it and see where it's located. Location is very important. You do not want to live in an area that makes you feel uncomfortable. Whatever your threshold is, you want to be in an area that makes you feel comfortable and safe. And everybody's threshold is different. And I saw this was $5,000. But then I looked at it, closer magnifying glass, checked it out, and I'm like, okay, it's a condo, cool. Then I'm like, okay, does this make you feel comfortable? And not necessarily this particular condo that is listed. Now, you don't know which one it is, but I do see the pride of ownership, okay? And I see that there's no railing here, and a lot of other things are... as an investor, I look and see, okay, what's going on. But again, your threshold may be different. Your circumstances are very different than mine. So I just wanted to bring you the information. But that is very affordable, but you have to think, why is it so affordable? Let me investigate a little bit more. And a lot of folks may be looking at this video and thinking, okay, I don't necessarily want to live there, but I maybe want to fix it up and rent it out. That is a great option as well. Airbnb and the likes, right? You have VRBO and other platforms that allow you to rent these things out as a vacation rental for other people. So it may not be for you, but it may be for you. Maybe a good opportunity for you. So keep that in mind. This site has a lot more listings, it seems, that vary in price. That price range that's about $50,000 or below, and everybody's budget is different. But to have a piece of the Caribbean, it's pretty cool to me. And this website or this bank is FDIC insured as well. So keep that in mind. Okay. So it goes all the way down, and a lot of these properties are not horrible looking. You need to identify, if there are mold issues. A lot of these areas, is humid. So the air circulation might not be the best. So you want to just investigate. That's the whole point of doing your due diligence, which I always stress on my channel. All right. So this is First Bank, and I wanted to bring First Bank to you. So let me go to the next one. We have Merchants Commercial Bank. Now I know what you're saying. Merchants Commercial Bank. First of all, it's headquartered in the Virgin Islands. And this particular bank, I saw one property listed in St. John. So, and that's a pretty hefty price. Price is subjective. However, I would check back on this website. You don't know, and I don't know either. I just kind of stumbled upon this. We don't know how frequently they update it. And that is a question you could actually ask. Okay. So ask them, how often do you update your website to have bank-owned properties? And again, go to Google and just Google Merchants Commercial Bank owned properties, and it should pull you here. Okay. So like I said, some of these, I don't have a specific tutorial to get you through to get here, So I just tell you to do what I do. I just Google it, okay? Very, very simple. And the last bank I wanted to discuss is CIBC. This is a bank, the CIBC Caribbean, okay? So it's a sector of, I do believe, CIBC, which is a bank. And they have some various properties. Now let me click on this real quick. They have a telephone number you can call, get more information. I would highly suggest that you do that. You want to talk to a real person. Do your research. Don't just take my word for it. I'm just a person on YouTube reporting information, but you have to do your own due diligence that fits you and your situation. So these are properties. And I looked at this site and it didn't seem as if they uploaded as frequently. I saw some from 2024, which is a year prior to the year that this video is up. So just make sure once you reach out to see, what's available and what's not. It could be listed here, but may not be on the website. So keep that in mind. Or excuse me, it could be listed here, but may not be available. Somebody probably scooped it up potentially. So this one's $87,000. So you have to look at the zoning. If you're planning on purchasing this land and building on this land, you have to look at zoning, but more importantly, you have to be equipped with the information to know what zoning looks like in this area. So is this the Bahamas? Let me see. Yes, all of this, I believe I clicked on the Bahamas. So wherever it's located, you're going to look at zoning and do your research on the zoning. It's very important. So yeah, this is a site. They have other areas where you can check out too. Barbados. So this one is under contract. This one's under contract. These are some hefty prices. Price is subjective. And a lot of these banks and lending institutions, I'm not necessarily saying this one, but a lot of banks and lending institutions actually do offer finances. So you might want to check into that. I've done prior videos on bank-owned homes where I talk about how these banks and lending institutions do offer financing. So keep that in mind. They actually have some contact information here, as well as the actual contact person. So you are, you can ask your questions, ask whatever questions you need to feel comfortable and confident. And this is 2.7 million. Yes, million. Gotcha. You got Trinidad. I think I just clicked on that one. So you get the point, all right? So once again, go to Google, click CIBC, bank-owned properties, and it'll pull you here. And I just want to bring you guys this information. I know in a past video, I mentioned that it has some properties, some bank-owned property websites for the Caribbean, and I wanted to bring that to you so that you have, and you're well equipped to even purchase on a beautiful island somewhere potentially, all right? For the comment section, go ahead and again, put what's on your heart. Matter of fact, I got a better one. Could you please put in the comments what you would like to see from me as far as a video? What video would you like to see from me in the future? Maybe it's a personal interest of yours. I'll kind of collect that data and I'll see what's most popular. Then I'll make a video on it, okay? And we're talking about real estate, so keep that in mind with the comment section. So I do want to highlight a few folks that are subscribers to the channel, and they really go all in. They comment. They're really eager to learn, and it's a community. And that's what I value about this community, is that we're positive. If you're negative, I'm kicking you off the channel. I'm gonna hide you from the channel, so you may not get that information from me. But it's about positivity. It's a learning community. If you know some information that I don't, share it. I'll be like, thank you. And I respond, or try to respond to all the comments, all right? So I appreciate you guys, man. We're almost close to our goal of 100,000 subscribers. I couldn't do it without you, so I appreciate it, all right? Until next time, guys, you stay blessed. Peace.